Hello and welcome to the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post. I'm your host and guide Mohit Lalwani, and as the new year comes in, the excitement starts to rise because on the first Sunday of February is the McDowell Signature Premier Indian Derby. As a lead up to that, all the other centres have their regional classics. In 2012, the first one was the North India Derby.
The first of all regional derbies for the year 2012 was the North India Derby. The setting at the Delhi Racecourse opposite the Prime Minister's residence had the leading citizens of the city attend the big event.
Okay, Mr. Bedi, first and foremost, congratulations. The North India Derby has been another tremendous success. And what we are seeing is that very good quality of horses are coming from all over the country.
Thank you very much. We are getting very good horses from all part of the country. And apart from this, we have very good stud farm in northern India. And this horse, which has won, is from northern India, Sona stud. And we are getting jockeys from also other centres. I can assure you, next year we are going to have a very big derby, and there is going to be a very big sponsor. This time we have done from Delhi Race Club only.
This Grade 3 race is traditionally run over a mile and attracted a field of 9 runners into the parade ring on the 10th of January amidst plunging temperatures. Number 1 King of Lords had run about 3 lengths behind number 3 Sher Shah, and while the former would be ridden by P.S. Chauhan, the latter would have Imran Khan in the saddle. While both had a chance, they would have to contend with number 2 Maid of Gold. Maid of Gold, a son of Ontario, had run behind King of Lords and Sher Shah, but with champion rider B. Prakash on board today, was looking to reverse that result. Looking a picture in the previous proceedings, he left the paddock and made his way to the start. With a clean break out of the gates for all, the New Delhi crowd buckled down for a great race by all the 9. And as they settle down to race, there's the big jostling out there for the early lead. It's King of Lords who just takes it up from Truculent Star in second position. Between them is Sher Shah quickly joining these two. A length and a half further back there is Maid of Gold. On the outside of Maid of Gold there is Warrior Race. Very close behind is Equal Luxury. On the outside there is Master Arts. Then comes Master Belief. Master Harmonica is the one in the rear. Back to the leader now, King of Lords maintaining about a length and 3/4 over Sher Shah in second position. And the length and a half further back there comes Maid of Gold towards the inside rails. On the outside is Truculent Star. A length and a half too further back there is Equal Luxury towards the inside rails. And then comes Warrior Race. A length and a half further back there is Master Belief, Master Arts, and Master Harmonica is still in the rear. They gallop towards the 600 meter marker now and begin the curve. It's King of Lords still maintaining about 2 lengths over Sher Shah in second position. A length away towards the inside rails there is Maid of Gold. On the outside there being niggled at this stage is Truculent Star. Then comes Equal Luxury as they straighten up for home. A little over 400 to go, and it's King of Lords the leader. A length and a quarter in front of Sher Shah trying to come up on the outside. And then comes Maid of Gold devouring down in the middle. On the wider outside there is Equal Luxury with about 250 meters more to run. It's King of Lords now being strongly challenged on the outside by Maid of Gold. And it's Maid of Gold on the outside who stretches clear. Maid of Gold is about a length and a half too in front of King of Lords in the fast finishing Equal Luxury. But going for the line, it's B. Prakash and Maid of Gold who win the North India Derby in great style from King of Lords and Equal Luxury as they race past the finish. Maid of Gold quickened nicely to stretch away to register a 3-length victory in a time of under 1 minute 40 seconds.
Well, I had faith in the horse. Once he started to move, I knew he would cover a lot of ground. He has a tremendous turn of foot, which he showed, and it was wonderful. It was an amazing feeling. The trainer and the whole stable, I think, worked really hard, and the combination of Prakash with us is working. God willing, we hope to do a hat-trick next year. The horse, he's been a very promising horse right from the beginning, but we've had some bad luck with him. But God is kind and everything else is in front of you.
So winning the Delhi Derby, how important was it for you?
It's a very important race of the season. Last year also we won with the same combination, jockey and trainer. This year also we won in the same combination.
So what kind of a campaign can we see for this horse? What next?
He will run next year, now the open races, because no classic races in Delhi anymore. Next year he run in some sweepstake races that is called the President of India Cup and the Sprinters Cup.
But Sultan, a double victory for you after all. Made of Gold is bred at Sona Star.
Yeah, he's always been a good horse throughout. And that's why I got in Prakash, and he's in really a good race.
He ran a very good race. It was a fast run race. Was that a concern at all?
No, we were always sure that he would stay. Prakash Yadav wanted to go to start to finish. He wanted to go to the front. He couldn't, but there was no problem that way. We were confident that mile was within his reach.
And what celebration plans?
Join us in the evening.
Well, he's a decent horse compared to the local base horses, but still he has to improve a lot. He's too babyish right now and a little bit green also. As he keeps running, he'll improve a lot. Well, it was a very fast run race for the local horses, and my horse stays the trip well, so he had all the chances to come from behind and get this race.
The trophy was received by joint owners Rajesh Sehgal and Sultan Singh, and the Sona bred 4-year-old was trained by H.A. Khan. Made of Gold earned his connections to just under ₹1 million and capped off a perfect day at the Delhi races.
Well, an exciting moments there at the Delhi racecourse. We'll take a short break here and come right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post, and as we continue our countdown to the first Sunday in February to the McDowell Signature Premier Indian Derby, here's a reminder, a taste of what to expect in 2012.
If you're looking for a weekend of thrills, fashion and speed, then join me at the McDowell Signature Indian Premier Derby. It's the one event you don't want to miss. And remember, the bold always party responsibly. I had never been to a derby before I signed up with the Signature Derby, and to go for one for the first time and then to have seen my face splashed all over the derby because the signature posters were up was quite exciting. I was a bit intimidated. I was like, wow, they've really gone for it. But it was humbling, and to sort of see the races, I took a chance and gambled. I've never gambled before. I don't even gamble during Diwali, but I thought, okay, for the spirit of things. But overall, it was fun. It was exciting. You know, lots of people were there. You could sort of feel the excitement in the air, and Mr. Male was there as well. You know, got to meet him, and overall I was like, okay, this is something that I think I'll get used to, you know, and I'm looking forward to going again, just for the sport of it, just for the event itself. It's something that I'm glad I did. The Derby is edge of the seat kind of an experience to watch the horses run. The kind of adrenaline that you feel, it's what makes the sport that much more exciting for me. And just like I follow up football, I've started to follow up horse racing. I believe that the Derby has been happening in the city of Mumbai for the past 70, 80 years. You know, it's almost become a tradition. I think in a city like Mumbai, which is vibrant, it's good to have activities, you know, whether it be theatre and films and sport. A derby sort of adds to the flavour of the city. A lot of people show up. I believe there were some 50,000 people on the day of the derby, and people come out with their finest clothes on, and the who's who is there. So it's an opportunity to mingle, to meet people, and also enjoy a sport, you know, and I think it adds to the flavor of a city, just like the architecture would in so many ways. I I think because everyone dresses up, you feel the need to as well. For me, I'm more of a t-shirt and jeans kind of guy, but maybe to the Derby, I'll put on a jacket. Well, there's a filly called the Hills and Stars, and she won the Pune Derby. She's a long-distance runner, and I believe the one most touted to win. So she's one amongst the favorite, I think, at the top. Then we have the Pronto, who won the Bangalore Derby, and the Indian 2000 Guinness. That's another hot contender to win the races. And of course, there are many others, but these are the two that are slated most likely to win. So I guess you just have to be there and see what choices you have. The official Derby drink is the Saddle Up cocktail, just like the mint julep is for the Kentucky Derby, and it's quite refreshing. You know, I think it's good for the day. Probably why it's the Derby drink.
Well, now moving from India to international waters, the 2012 year brought with it the announcement of the world rankings for 2011. Not surprisingly, Frankel was on the top.
The 2011 World Rankings were announced on the 10th of January, and superstar Frankel was ranked the world's best horse, with champion Australian sprinter Black Caviar in second.
Black Caviar, she's starting to knuckle down to the task now. Here she comes, Black Caviar. She raced up and hit the lead, and the Black Caviar, the best in the world, races away and wins it by about 3 lengths to the roar of the crowd. Haylish got second, possibly Alberta.
Frankel, who has remained unbeaten, ended the season with an incredible performance in the QE2 on British Champions Day, and while he and Black Caviar have dominated on home turf only, the racing world are hoping that the two will clash over 7 furlongs at some stage.
Moment of truth as Frankel moves alongside Bullet Train. Immortal Verse in danger of running up the back of the pacemaker. Frankel is asked to stretch, has found 2 to 3 lengths from Celebration and Immortal Verse. Frankel being held together. Celebration 2 lengths down. Frankel now in full cry. Celebration and Immortal Verse, 2 quality horses are made to look mere mortals as Frankel remains unbeaten and wins the QE2. Celebration was second, tight third. Immortal Verse from Dubawi Gold.
While this is highly unlikely, since neither will want to give up the home turf advantage, Frankel is likely to step up in trip in 2012, while Black Cavalier is not expected to do the same. The rankings also brought plenty of cheer to one of the world's fastest improving horse racing countries, Singapore. With a rating of 125, champion sprinter Rocketman remained the second highest rated sprinter in the world behind Black Caviar and 11th behind Frankel on the overall list. He was also the highest rated galloper in the world for non-turf performances.
There well in the straight. Euro Ears said, catch me if you can. Rocket Man's trying to do that. He's coming after Euro Ears. Green Birdie is burning down the centre of the track. Rocket Man after the American. Rocket Man takes the lead, 100 metres to go from Euro Ears. Then Green Birdie and Sunny King, but Rocket Man in front, and he's done it this year. Rocket Man wins the Golden Shaheen from Euro Ears, Sunny King and Green Birdie.
Others from Singapore on the list included Better Than Ever, Better Be the One, Waikato, Captain Obvious, Gingerbread Man, Always Certain, Ascamonda, and notably a superstar in the making, Super Easy, from Michael Friedman's yard.
Super Easy's into the clear, running on from Keep Away. The Comedian sneaking up behind them. Addo with his lightweight at the furlong, still the leader. Over Gingerbread Man, Super Easy comes into it. Super Easy, Gingerbread Man go up alongside of Addo. The Comedian runs on, but Super Easy went to the lead. Addo trying to hold it out, but Super Easy takes out the barker.
With Gingerbread Man, Always Certain and Super Easy all part of the younger generation, it's clear that the quality of horses in Singapore are getting better year upon year.
Well, and the good news is that Frankel will be back in training as a 4-year-old, though he will be targeted to longer distances, and we will watch his progress with great interest here on the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post. We'll take a short break on that note and come right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Fly Kingfisher winning post. Now there's three big races for us this weekend. One is the Forbes Million. The second is the ever-ready sponsored Kolkata Derby. And the final prep for the boys leading up to the McDowell Signature Premier Indian Derby, the Ramnivas Ramnaran Ruya Gold Cup. Tipping Tim and Morning Glories is up next.
With a number of competitive races across India this weekend, the early mornings in Mumbai and Calcutta saw plenty of activity. In Mumbai, Ruya runner Field Marshal was asked in the last furlong by David Allen and stretched out nicely. He came home over the 5 furlong trip in 1 minute and 3 seconds, winding up his spurt by clocking 37 seconds for the last 600. Star of Gibraltar, another in the Ruya, which is an important lead up to the McDowell Signature Premier Indian Derby, came home over the last 3 furlongs in the same timing, even though he was a second slower over the 5 furlong trip. He started the spurt a couple of lengths behind his companion Blue Sky and went by him easily in the last furlong. Lake Geneva worked well over a mile, clocking 1 minute and 51 seconds for the trip. He came home with Sleuth effortlessly in and looks to be well, as does Saint Cats, who worked easily soon after. Shivalik Hero is expected to start in Forbes Juvenile Million, and he spurted nicely, clocking 1 minute and 6 seconds for the 5 furlong trip. He worked better than his companion Angel's Kiss and looks to have improved since his last start. Over in Calcutta, all eyes were on Dandified and In the Spotlight, who are going to clash in the ever-ready Calcutta Derby Stakes on the 15th. In what's looking to be a match race of sorts, both worked well during the weekend. The Grade 1 ever-ready Calcutta Derby Stakes is scheduled for the 8th of January 2012 and is run over a traditional derby distance of 2,400 meters. And realistically speaking, on paper, it looks a two-horse race, a straight fight between stalwarts Dandified and In the Spotlight. Interestingly, both of them have taken their names seriously. Dandified, as his name suggests, has been stylish, dishing out one fashionable victory after another. He has an excellent career graph, which is soaring high, having won 6 of his 7 starts, including the Calcutta Monsoon Derby over 2,000 meters in a canter. This was after an effortless triumph in the Coles Trial Stakes.
Dandified is a nice horse. I've owned great horses in the past. His target is the Calcutta Derby, and if everything goes well, he'll go for the Indian Derby. Yeah, in Calcutta. I've owned such great horses, but so far he's showing that he's got a lot of class. But he has to, carry on the progress like Elusive Pimpernel and other great horses which I owned. I do hope he comes in top 5.
In the Spotlight has been true to her name as well. She has compiled a recent trail of highly successful classic performances. Her career began on a rather humble note, but In the Spotlight has grown stronger with each passing run. She started a run of classic successes with the Deccan Derby at Hyderabad and announced her arrival at Calcutta, sweeping 2 major races, the Calcutta 1000 Guineas and the Calcutta Oaks, the last effort over 2,400 meters being an absolute domination of the local fillies. She clocked a record timing of 2 minutes 29.49 seconds then, dismissing the hapless opposition by a distance. Well, with 2 such highly talented horses, one a colt, the other a filly, a high-octane battle of the genders is on the cards. Both have dominated in some high-profile races. Their confrontation is definitely a clash of the titans. So the ever-ready Calcutta Derby Stakes indeed has a lot at stake. In this week's Tipping Tim section, we take a look ahead at the Ramnivas Ramnaran Ruya Gold Cup Grade 2, a crucial lead-up race to the Indian Derby and the Forbes India Million. Here are a few opinions coming from the connections.
Smart Strider has shown tremendous improvement from his previous run, and he's feeling better now and more experienced. This would be his second start, and he'll put his best foot forward, and he'll do his best.
Smart Spider with about 200 meters more to run, and it's Angel's Quest another stick from Shararat, moving up fast on the outside and closing the gap with about 100 meters more to run there. Shararat on the outside now, who goes in a fantastic finish. He's about a length in front of Naserian. Shararat wins it from Naserian, finishing up second. Then comes
one of the better steers in the country just now. He may be a little lack of class, but he's done everything I wanted of him. He's won me a mile and a half in class 3 in Pune, and then I put him off early Pune. He didn't run the Pune Derby. I brought him back here and gave him a lead up in a 9, and he won a 9 furlong, beating Bling, who subsequently came out and won again. He may be a little short of class, but he stays well. If he runs them off their feet, I think he's got a squeak of a chance in winning the Ruya. I think Knighton's been working very well, and he's the horse everyone would have to beat. Pacey's horse has got a lot of class, Picasso and Cardinal, but they're both little doubtful on stamina. And obviously you can't ignore Field Marshal. He's after all a Derby winner, the Mysore Derby winner, and he's won 2 Guineas. He's the horse with class, so it'll be a nice competitive race.
Challenging up on the outside is Bling, and it's going to be Bling on the outside. Star of Gibraltar fighting back on the inside. Star of Gibraltar from Bling. Star of Gibraltar from Bling. Star of Gibraltar from Bling. Star of Gibraltar is going to hold on from Bling. Then there's Living the Dream, last of 4 Icon.
I have 3 runners in the Ruya. I've got Picasso, Cardinal and Sergeant Pepper. Picasso and Cardinal, there's not very much to choose from them. I think they'll run a good race. It's a big jump for a horse like Sergeant Pepper. He's very well, and I think he'll run well. Well, I don't think they've improved very much. They're maintaining form, and let's see how they run.
To make a forward move on the outside, on the far side, Picasso. On the rail there is Pronto, but it's going to be a very, very close finish with Cardinal in the center, speed 6 on the inside railing. Picasso galloping strongly up on the outside. Pronto coming through the shortest way on the inside railing. It's Cardinal from Picasso. Pronto, it's Pronto, Picasso. Pronto, Picasso. Pronto has won it. Pronto is the winner from Picasso.
Forbes India Million, I got a filly called Portia and a horse called Silver Birch who won his last start. Portia has won her last start as well. They both worked well. I think they'll do well.
There is the Victorian Wise, then there is Tachion. But Portia has got a break of about 2 lengths ahead. Wind to Wind is galloping up on the outside. Tachion is in third. If Portia is still about 2 lengths ahead. Wind to Wind drifting out of his straight course. On the rail there is Tachion. But Portia on the rail. Wind to Wind on the outside. Portia from Wind to Wind. Portia it is from Bizarro. Wind to Wind. After that there is Tachion.
And we will bring you all the action from those 3 races right here on the Fly Kingfisher Winning Post. As always, thank you for joining me. I'm Mohit Lalwani saying goodbye until next week. May the horse be with you.
The Fly Kingfisher Winning Post is powered by the Serum Institute of India and Hirco Industries.